Governor Hochul plans to protect low-income New Yorkers from getting sued for unpaid hospital bills. The governor laid out parts of her agenda for 2024 today, including limiting a hospital's ability to sue patients earning less than 400% of the federal poverty level for unpaid medical bills. The governor's office says that'll protect a family of four, which has a $120,000 income. The governor will also increase state funding for hospital financial assistance programs, which patients can use. Hochul also announcing that she plans to eliminate copays for insulin. She says that'll save New Yorkers with diabetes $14 million in 2025.
These consumer protection and affordability actions represent the very first plank of our 2024 State of the State. Over the course of the next week, we'll be discussing another set of key issues facing New Yorkers: education, public health, and much more.
Governor Hochul will hold her State of the State address next Tuesday.